Now I'm going to record Daf Nun Zayin, part 2. The Gemara quoted a Mishnah in Mikvois that according to the Tanakama, the threads of wool, linen, or straps as hair ornaments are a chatzitza, and Rabbi Yehuda says, Shal tzemer b'shal seir ein chaytzitzin, v'nei shamayin bo'en bahem. That whether the hair ornaments are made of wool or hair, it's not a chatzitza because water will penetrate. Amar Rav Yosef, Amar Rav Yehuda, Amar Shmuel. So Rav Yosef said, B'shem Rav Yehuda, Amar Shmuel, Halacha ka Rav Yehuda, b'chutei seir. The halacha is like Rav Yehuda regarding hair ornaments made out of hair. There you can be mekil. Amar le Abayis says to Rav Yosef, Halacha, if you're telling me that we can be mekil like Rav Yehuda when hair ornaments are made out of hair, miklal de pligi, that would imply that the Tanakama prohibited hair ornaments made out of hair as well. But when we read the Tanakama only talks about hair ornaments made out of wool, linen, or straps. The chitem, and if you'll tell me that the Tanakama prohibited also hair ornaments made out of hair, because he loved the shaminan mitanakama, the ayri b'chutei seir, had Rabbi Yehuda not known that the Tanakama prohibits both hair ornaments made out of wool, linen, and straps, and hair ornaments made out of hair, ihu nami lo hava mayri, so that he never would have said that both kinds of hair ornaments are mutter. So probably if Rabbi Yehuda said both kinds of hair ornaments are mutter, he probably knew that the Tanakama held both kinds of hair ornaments are asur. Then it's not true. Dilma kishem kamar lu. Maybe the Chacham, maybe Rabbi Yehuda only meant to say to the Tanakama like ki heichi de moidisuli b'chutei seyor, the same way that you admit to me that hair ornaments made out of hair are not a problem because it's hard on hard and it's not a chatzitza. Oiduli nami b'chutei tzemer. You should admit to me that regarding wool ornaments on hair also shouldn't be a problem. So it could be that the Tanakama agrees with Rabbi Yehuda that a hair ornament made out of hair is not a chatzitza. And Itmer, Amar of Nachman, Amar Shmuel, Moedim Chachamim l'Rabbi Yehuda b'chutei seyor. We find Rav Nachman said b'shem Shmuel exactly what Abaye said, that the Tanakama never prohibited a hair ornament made out of hair, because there the water gets in, it's not such a tight grip. You know, Tanakama only answered hair ornaments made out of wool, linen, and straps, and Rabbi Yehuda was mekel. But the halacha is that hair ornament made out of hair is mutter. Tanya Nami Hochi, we learned in a brayso also, Chutei tzemer chaytzitzin, chutei seir ein chaytzitzin. Here you're clear. The Tanakama says that threads made of wool that are hair ornaments are a chatzitza on the hair, but if the hair ornaments are made out of hair, it's not a chatzitza. And Rabbi Yehuda Aimer shal tzemer v'shal seir ein chaytzitzin. And Rabbi Yehuda says the same way that you concede that a hair ornament made out of hair is not a chatzitza, a hair ornament made out of wool, my opinion, is also not a chatzitza. So they disagree if the hair ornament is made out of wool. But everyone agrees that if the hair ornament is made out of hair, it's not a chatzitza. Amar of Nachman bar Yitzchak, Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak says, Mas Nisan nami daika. If you read a Mishnah later, you'll see precisely the same thing. The Ketani, the Mishnah says, Yoitza Isha, a woman can wear out, Chutei Seyor, a woman can wear a hair ornament made out of hair, Bein Mishalah, Bein Mishal Chaverta, whether it's made of her own hair or somebody else's. Mani, who does that go according to? Ilaima, if this leniency is according to Rabbi Yehuda, afilu chutei tzemer nami. Rabbi Yehuda is lenient even in woolen threads as hair ornaments. Elulav, rather, it's going la Rabbanan, it's going according to the Rabbanan. Ushmamina, which is teaching you that even though the Rabbanan said that a hair ornament made out of wool is prohibited, Ushmamina b'chutei seir like pligi. But the Tanakama, the Rabbanan agree that if the hair ornament is made out of hair, it is perfectly okay. Shmami, no, it's proven. We learned in the Mishnah that a woman can't go out b'taitefes, can't go out with a taitefes either. So my taitefes, what is the taitefes? Somer of Yosef, Rav Yosef says, Chumarta de ketifta. It's a kind of knot that a woman would wear around her neck that has an amulet against Ayin Hara. Amarle Abayis says then Tehavi Kikameya Mumcha V'Tishteri. If this is an amulet which is proven, then an amulet which is proven you're allowed to wear on Shabbos. El Amar Rav Yehuda Mishmei Abaye. Rav Yehuda said in the name of Abaye, Apuzainu. it's a headband. It's a golden headband on the forehead. And Tanya Namihochi, we learned that as well, that's Asr. Yoitze Isha B'Svocha Hamuzheves, a woman can wear a gold-threaded cap, a hat, because she's not going to take her hat off and expose her hair in public. Ub'taitefes ub'sarvutin, she can wear a taitefes or a sarvitin, hakvuim that are permanently attached to the hat. Because that she's not going to show a friend how pretty it is, because in order to show it, you have to take off her hat. She's not going to do that. Eza taitefes ve'eza sarvitin. What's a taitefes and what's a sarvitin? Amar Rabbi Abo, taitefes hamukefes la me'oizen la'oizen. Taitefes is a headband that goes from ear to ear. Sarvitin hamagian la'ad l'chayel. Sarvitin is something which is attached to her cap, or can be attached to her cap, but it goes down to her cheeks. It hangs downward. Anyway, so if they're attached to her hat, she can go out with it on Shabbos, because she's not going to remove it, because she's not going to remove her hat. But if it's not attached, it's also. Amar Rav Huna says, Aniyos Oisen Oisan Shalminei Tzivainim. The poor women would make it from colored fabric. Ashiras, the rich woman, would make Oisan, would make the Taitefes and Sarvitin, Shal Kesef, Shal Zav, of silver and gold. Another thing the Mishnah said was V'lai b'kavul. A woman should not go out with a kavul to the street, but Allah is she's allowed to wear a kavul in a courtyard in front of the houses, which is l'chayr reshus hayachid. Amar Rabbi Yanai says, Kavul zeh eini yedei ma'u. I don't know what a kavul is. Ikavla da'avda tanan. Are we talking about a seal that an eved or a shifcha wears on a garment to show that she's a shifcha, and she's not allowed to wear that out l'shus harabim? Aval kipa shel tzemer shaper dami. But a pretty woolen cap that goes under her hat is mutter, because she's not going to remove the hat under the cap because it might expose her hair. Aidilma kipa shel tzemer tanan. Or maybe the Mishnah is prohibiting the pretty woolen cap that goes under her hat, because we're afraid she might slip it out from under her hat to show, so it's usr. And the kolshken is certainly kavla davda, certainly the seal of a shifcha is for sure usr to go out l'rshus harabim. So again, we're not sure if the only thing that's usr is the seal of the shifcha, but the cap under the hat a woman can wear because she's not going to pull it out. Or am I afraid that even the cap under the hat she might carry, and therefore the seal of the eved for sure he might carry, because he sometimes wants to take it off, nobody should see it. There's an interesting kasha. I said in the beginning that this kaval is also b'rshus harabim, but it's mutter b'rshus hayochid. So the chayre bishleima, if we're talking about a cap under the hat and it's pretty, so we understand why the chacham or mater and the chotzer, but not l'rshus harabim, because at least the woman should have some pretty things that she can wear. But if it's the seal of the eved, so why did the chachamim allow it b'chotzer? The shivcha shouldn't wear it altogether on Shabbos. So Taisvus answers, because if the shivcha won't wear it altogether, the master might think that the shivcha is being rebellious, and therefore it might start fights. So therefore, b'chotzer, we're not going to be geyser that maybe the shivcha will wear it out, and the shivcha should wear it at least on the chotzer, and the master will be calmed and appeased. Other Rishonim, the Rashba and Ritva, have another teretz. They say a woman, a kavul, if it's a cap, she's allowed to wear it b'rshus hayochid in a chotzer, but not b'rshus harabim, because we want her at least to have something pretty. If it's a kavul, also we allow the eved to wear it b'rshus hayochid, but not b'rshus harabim, because I'm not afraid he'll wear it out b'rshus harabim, because he doesn't want to wear it, he doesn't like it. So therefore, if he's not allowed to wear it b'rshus harabim, he's not going to make a mistake in wearing it b'rshus harabim, and therefore we allow him to wear it b'rshus hayochid. Omer Ababo mistavra kamad Omer kipa shel tzemertan. I think the pshat is that it's a woolen cap. V'tanya nami hochi, there's a bryce also like that. Yoytze isha b'kavel u'b'istama. A woman can wear a kavel and an istama l'chotzer in a courtyard. Reb Shimon Elazar says, af b'kavel reshus harabim. She can even wear the kavel in the street. Klal Amar Reb Shimon Elazar says a rule, kol shu l'matam and asvacha, anything that's below the hat, yoytzim by, because she's not going to remove anything below the hat because it might expose her hair. Kol shu l'malam and asvacha and yoytzim by, but if it's above the hat, something which is worn even above the hat, she might remove it if it's pretty to show somebody else. So what do we see? that the kavul and the istama are things that are related to a hat. My istama, what's an istama? Amar Rababo, it's biz yoine. It's biz yoine. My biz yoine, what's biz yoine? Amar Rabaya Marav, kalya paruchi. Sometimes there are strands of hair that come out from under her hat, so she has like an additional hat or an additional little cap that covers those loose hairs. So the kitzur, what did we learn? We learned in the Mishnah that there's two kinds of things that a woman may not wear on Shabbos. Those things that are tight, that might cause a chatzitza, she's not allowed to wear, because in case she tivels and takes it off, she might come to carry it. And those things that are pretty, she's not allowed to wear, because she might take it off in the street and show it to someone and come to carry it. The question was, what happens if you have like hair ornaments that are braided into tubes of wool? What's the din? So, according to one opinion, anything that's woven of wool is not going to make a strong grip on hair, and therefore there's no chatzitza, and it's perfectly okay. According to another view, it also depends maybe if it's clean or dirty. If it's dirty, a woman may remove it, and if she may remove it, she can't wear it on Shabbos, because if she removes it for Tevila, then she might come to carry it. The Gemara says that the chatzitzas in the hair are hair ornaments, but around the neck, threads of wool or linen or straps are not a chatzitza, because women will wear it loose so that they don't hurt themselves. But if it's a choker which is wide, that would be a chatzitza, because a woman might wear it tight, because even though it's uncomfortable, but it makes her look better. The Gemara's conclusion is that according to the Tanakama, hair ornaments made out of wool or linen or straps are a chatzitza, but the Tanakama agrees that hair ornaments made out of hair are not a chatzitza, because hair on hair does not grip well. And so is the halacha. Hair on hair is not a chatzitza. And then a toitefes is also. What's a toitefes? The Gemara's conclusion is that it's a toitefes is a band across the forehead. Sarvitin are bands that go down the side. If it's attached to the hat, it's mutter, because you won't come to take it off. If it's not attached, then it's jewelry that they're not allowed to wear. What's a kavul? The Gemara's conclusion was a kavul is like a pretty cap that's worn under the hat, and that also a woman cannot wear it l'shus harabim because she might show it, but we're makel that she can wear it b'rshus hayochid because we want her at least to have some jewelry that is pretty. The Ramban and Rashba say that according to Rav, it's also for a woman to wear jewelry even in a courtyard, which has an Erev. The Rambam holds it's also for a woman to wear jewelry in a courtyard if there's no Erev, even though the Isser is only Midrabanan. And the Ramban and Rashba hold that according to Rav, it's also for a woman to wear jewelry even in a courtyard that has an Erev, because there's a Gzeira, she might walk out with it. Taisva says the halacha is like Rav Anani, which is coming up later in Daf Samach Daled, that for three reasons the accustomed custom is that women wear jewelry on Shabbos. And there's three reasons why Taisva is mekel. First of all, because today there's no tevila in the rivers in Rishus Harabim, like no rivers. Also because our women are too sophisticated to take off jewelry to show others in public. And number three, the Rabbeinu Tam says, because our women, if we tell them not to wear jewelry, won't listen, so it's better not to start up in the first place. So there's three reasons why we are mekel. One, because they no longer toivel outdoors. Number two, because they don't take it off to show anybody else. And number three, because we can't prohibit it because they're not going to listen. So there's an interesting story which I'll tell quickly. The Puparuf, Zechrayna Levracha, said that Rabbi Yonasan Shteif, who was the Rav in the Wiener Kehillah, had said that today the women do listen. So since we no longer have three reasons to be mekel, one of the reasons is no longer applicable because women would listen if we told them not to wear jewelry. So maybe we should tell the women not to wear jewelry on Shabbos. That's what Rabbi Yonasan Shteif said. So the Puparuf said Rabbi Moshe Feinstein was here in Montreal, and the Puparuf said that when Rabbi Moshe was here, I asked him, what does Rabbi Moshe Feinstein think about Rabbi Yonasan Shteif's chumrah? And he didn't answer me. So I asked him again, what do you think about Rabbi Yonasan Shteif's chumrah, that the women would listen, so maybe we should tell them not to wear jewelry? So he didn't answer again. The third time I asked him, he turned to me and said, Puparuf, do you think that the Rabbeinu Tam's Rebbitzin listened less to the Rabbeinu Tam than our Rebbitzins? Meaning to say, if the Rabbeinu Tam says that they're not going to listen, why should we argue? And why should we start up? But it was very nice of the Puparuf to repeat the story because he was saying that I was like teasing Reb Moshe And Rav Moshe didn't respond. And in the end, he explained to me that if the Rabbeinu Tam says it, why should we create a chumrah if the Rabbeinu Tam says there's 3 reasons l'kula? Anyway, have a good Shabbos. Whoever is healthy should be careful and stay healthy. Whoever needs a refuah should have a refuah. Hashem should help. We should see each other soon. And I should be matzliach in uploading this second part of the shir today. Kol Tiv and Good Shabbos.